The film begins with a university professor, Laura, waiting for her date in a bar. The man she's supposed to meet gives her a call and says that he's lost. While they talk, he lures Laura into an alley pretending to ask her for instructions. When Laura's in the spot he wants her, the man changes his tone and appears right next to her in a Ghostface costume. The man repeatedly stabs Laura and kills her. Then, he removes his mask and throws the costume in a dumpster. The young man walks towards the college campus and stumbles on a girl named Tara on the way. We now learn that this guy's name is Jason, and they probably know each other from the campus. Upon returning to his room, Jason opens his wardrobe and we see that he has several Ghostface costumes in it. Later, Jason gives his friend Greg a call and apologizes for killing the professor, but he could not hold himself back. When Greg starts talking, he's using a voice modulator and Jason prompts him to turn it off. Greg claims that he wants to practice his way of talking a little bit, even though Jason's not absolutely sure that this is his friend Greg on the other end of the line. Jason starts playing a splatter movie on his TV, and then Greg asks him why they're doing the killings. Jason reveals they're gonna kill Tara and Sam because they want to finish the movie that was started several years back by a guy named Richie. By movie, they mean wearing a Ghostface costume and killing people. Jason finally suspects he's not talking to Greg, but the voice reassures him he is a friend. Despite this, a man with a Ghostface costume appears in the house and stabs Jason to death. In the meantime, Tara's sister Sam is attending therapy, but she mostly talks about her sister. The doctor notes that and asks Sam to talk more about herself. Sam starts narrating the real reason she's attending therapy. First, she notes that she's the daughter of a past serial killer, and then says that her ex-boyfriend Richie was also a serial killer who dated her because he was a fan of her father. Sam mentions that there's an online movement claiming she's the real Ghostface and just framed Richie and his other psycho girlfriend for the killings. Then, Sam reveals that Ghostface tried to kill her and her sister, but she stopped him by stabbing him 22 times, slitting his throat, and shooting him in the head. The therapist is kind of startled and mentions that this is too much for him to handle. He says that he's obligated by law to report this to the police, but Sam tells him there's nothing to report. After telling him that he's just like everybody else, Sam leaves his office. After the session, Sam returns to her room and is informed that Tara went to the fraternity party. At the party, Tara meets a guy named Frank, who invites her up to his room. Tara wants to go with him, but her friend Anika is the first to intervene. Tara tells her that she wants to go with him, so Anika respects that. But then, another one of Tara's friends intervenes, Chad, and won't allow them to go together. Although Tara tells him that everything's alright, Chad picks a fight with Frank. Right then, Sam appears out of nowhere and tases Frank's manhood. Tara leaves the party very angry, and Sam follows after her, along with her friends. Tara begs her sister to leave her alone, but Sam can't do that because she thinks she's not properly dealing with what happened to them. On the other hand, Tara believes she's dealing with it all right because she refuses to let her past define her. When they return home, they watch the news talking about the murders of Jason and Greg. Quinn calls her father Wayne, who happens to be a policeman, to learn more information, and her father asks to speak to Sam, telling her to go down to the station. Once Sam and Tara step outside, the Ghostface calls Sam and tells her he killed Jason and Greg because they were going to kill them. However, he did not do that in order to protect them, but because he wants to kill them himself. Upon saying that, Ghostface attacks them from behind and the girls run away to enter a bodega. Ghostface kills a couple of people while trying to get to the girls, but thankfully they're able to evade him until the police join the scene. The girls are taken to the police station where Wayne tells them that Sam's driving license was found in Jason's apartment. Soon they're interrupted by Special Agent Kirby, who's come to take over the case. As she reveals, she's been the target of a past Ghostface and her encounters left a scar on her torso. Sam announces that she and her sister are gonna skip town, but Wayne tells them they can't do that because they're involved in a double murder. The following night, Ghostface manages to enter Sam's room and more specifically, the space of her roommate Quinn. A neighbor named Danny watches Ghostface getting ready to kill Quinn and calls Sam. However, Sam rejects his call because she doesn't want anyone to understand that the two of them are dating. They have already wasted precious time and Ghostface kills Quinn. Danny sends Sam and her friends a picture of Ghostface and Quinn, so they now understand they have to be careful. Ghostface goes after all of them, and some of the youngsters are trapped in the house with him. Danny acts quickly and places a ladder to act as a bridge between the two apartments. Sam and some of the others make it across, but Ghostface catches up as the last girl of the group, Anika, is trying to cross. Anika wastes a lot of time because she's injured, and that gives Ghostface the opportunity to shake the ladder as much as he can. Eventually, Anika falls to her death and Ghostface flees. The next morning, a reporter called Gail arrives at the murder scene. She has written an entire book on the murders, but today she's here to offer the police a clue. She's found out that there's an abandoned building full of Ghostface items, such as costumes, knives, and books related to murders. While the discussion about the murders rages, Kirby now assumes that the new Ghostface is after Sam because he actually believes the online conspiracy theory, which states that Sam's the mastermind behind the first Ghostface killings a few years ago. Kirby and Wayne decided to take action. Sam and Tara agree to be used as bait, and they go for a walk in the park, waiting for Ghostface to make his move. Indeed, Ghostface calls them and Kirby tries to pinpoint his location. However, Ghostface is one step ahead of them and has figured out that they're trying to find him. Kirby finds his location, but unfortunately, they figure out that Ghostface is near Gail's apartment. Ghostface enters Gail's apartment and goes after her and her boyfriend. Gail manages to enter her bedroom and grabs a gun she's been hiding in a fingerprint-protected case. She shoots the door a couple of times hoping to hit Ghostface, but he soon calls her again. Gail slowly gets out of the bedroom because she's worried about her boyfriend. Sadly, she finds him lying dead in the living room. Ghostface now jumps her and the two of them are engaged in a fight. Gail defends herself as much as she can, but eventually Ghostface stabs her, fleeing moments before Sam and Tara storm into the apartment. After this incident, Sam contemplates the idea of giving herself up to Ghostface because he's never going to stop hunting them. On the other hand, Tara suggests that they use the fact to their own advantage by going to the abandoned theater, luring Ghostface in and killing him. After asking Kirby and Wayne for help, they get on a train, but Mindy and another of their friends, Ethan, miss the first train, so they hop onto the next. Unfortunately though, Mindy's stabbed in the train and needs medical attention. Moments before they enter the theater, Sam tells Danny to leave because they don't really know him and she can't trust him. Inside the theater, Sam grabs the original knife from the first murder ever executed by the first Ghostface, who is none other than Sam's own father. Right next, Sam receives a call from Wayne who tells her that Kirby's Ghostface. She's been lying to them this whole time. The FBI's fired her for being mentally unstable. Then, the group's attacked by Ghostface. Although they managed to hold him back for a while, Chad's attacked and killed by two Ghostfaces. The girls are trapped in a room with the Ghostfaces, but then Kirby appears with a gun and scares them away. Then, Wayne walks in, blaming Kirby to be one of the bad guys. After blaming one another, Wayne shoots Kirby and the two Ghostfaces stand by his side. Soon, they remove their masks and reveal to be Ethan and Quinn. Ethan is actually Wayne's son under a false name, while Quinn faked her death with the help of her father. They state that they're Richie's family, Wayne being Richie's father as well, the Ghostface killed by Sam. Furthermore, they admit they're responsible for starting the online conspiracy theory against Sam. Now everybody believes that somebody's going after Sam because they consider her a murderer, while the reality is Wayne's looking for revenge. Despite all of these surprises, Sam and Tara manage to play it smart and overpower Wayne and his family. Tara twists a knife in Ethan's mouth while Sam gets a hold of a gun and shoots Quinn in her head. Wayne attacks Sam, but he's knocked out, only to wake up later receiving a phone call. Sam's dressed as Ghostface and speaks to him using voice distortion. After she plays mind games with him, she stabs him multiple times before finally driving a knife through his eye. Finally, Ethan gets up for another attack, but Kirby takes him out by throwing a television on his head. Danny walks into the theater with the police, and he seems to be the only normal person in all of this. The girls walk out of the theater and are informed that Mindy and Chad are going to be fine. Additionally, Sam agrees to allow Tara to live her own life from now on. When she gets a moment alone, Sam stares at the Ghostface mask, but she ends up disregarding it, making amends with herself. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching Movie Recaps Guy, and if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and like the video for more.